Welcome back, friends. In this section, we'll cover all the plans along with the features that what feature is available with for what plan and the extent of access to each of the features plan wise. So before we get into the details about the plans and the features available, it is always good to have a refresher of the packages which are available in the system. So let's have a quick look at the packages. We'll rush through this slide as we have covered it in details in the previous one. The plans that we have from left to right, left one is basic, which is available to everybody free of cost, and it's primarily for the public view and some access to MyTSR. The other plan which we recommend you to try it out before buying a package is trial period, wherein you have access to quite a lot of features, almost all the features, but it again comes with restricted access, which is limited to 10 records per screener, which we believe is enough for you to evaluate the quality and the depth of the site. Going from EOD package is end of the day. It's available. It's primarily targeted for part timers who work somewhere else and do primarily their analysis after 6 p.m. or early in the morning before market hours. The data in EOD package is not refreshed during the market hours. The value addition in TSR value is it does include the EOD, plus it includes market hours as well as 5 minute stick. From trader plan onwards, we cover all the ticks available in the system. And as you move from left to right, more and more features are added. So the most heavily loaded package is TSR Pro. Friends, in this section, we'll cover watch list in details, what kind of quota is available, what kind of access is available in watch list for different plans. So let's quickly go into the quota and plan. This is how the plans are and is consistent across all the slides that we have in this presentation. So on the header you'll have all the packages, and on the first column you'll have the features, and the quota is mentioned in either in form of a number, or if it is a different kind of feature access, then that's all mentioned in the text. So in watch list, these are the number of watch lists that you can create plan wise, a maximum number of fields that you can create, or maximum of fields you can add, and number of stocks you can add in a watch list. So it could be a little overwhelming or confusing without actually looking into how a watch list looks like and what is the purpose of watch list. So let's quickly have a look at a sample watch list we created for this presentation. So a watch list typically looks like the number of fields that you have added to watch on certain set of stocks. The set of stocks is mentioned here. So in this case, it has quite a few set of stocks. We have selected top 5, 10, 10 odd stocks over here. So the name of the stock or name of the watch list is MyTech stocks. So we have tried to add it certain technical fields. May not be a great watch list, but the purpose of this watch list is to demonstrate how a watch list looks like and what will you get when you create a watch list. So on the columns you'll have the fields you have selected in the row as the first one, which is the name of the stock, and followed by the values over here. You can also view the charts along with the watch list. You can add more stocks. You can toggle between the various ticks, 5 minutes to monthly tick. You can export the data either in Excel or CSV. So this is typically how a watch list looks like, and you can also create multiple watch lists. Let's say one watch list is, let's say you're following multiple analysts or multiple different trading style. One trading style is technical, another trading style can be based on fundamental, third can be on a different thing, maybe a FNO or something else. So you can create multiple watch lists. So how a multiple watch list looks like, all your watch list will appear here with the set of columns that you have selected. You can always change the order of the column, or you can change the column, add, remove the columns. If you have spent a lot of time to create a watch list, you would want to create a similar watch list with different set of stocks. Let's say one is on mid caps, another one could be on small cap. Then you don't have to go through the entire process. You can simply use clone to copy to copy the template of the watch list. Similarly, you can perform some watch list management functions like update, remove, create. So this is how typical watch list looks like. So let's go back to the plan for watch list. Now it will make more sense, I believe, since we have understood what watch list is, how it looks like. So maximum number of watch lists that you can create is over here. Maximum number of fields starting with 25. So consider this as 25 as number of columns available, number of columns available in the watch list, and maximum number of stocks. This will be rows. So if we go to a sample watch list, so these are the columns in an Excel, and these are number of rows that will be available to you. Friends, in this section, we'll cover portfolio, the quota per plan, the features that are available plan-wise in portfolio. So, going in a similar fashion, what we did in watchlist is basically presenting you the quota first. So here are the plans and number of portfolios that you can create. Let's say, for example, in EOD, you can create 3 portfolios with each of the portfolio can contain 50 open positions and 50 closed positions. So as you go from left to right, you'll see that number is increasing. In this case, you can have up to, let's say you are a trader who performs a lot of trade, and you want to you may have up to 2000 closed positions. So this is the right plan for you. Similarly, if you are not a very frequent trader, then a plan, if you go with portfolio, then one of these plans will also work for you. The TSR value or TSR EOD, depending on your other preferences. So let's quickly have a look at how portfolio looks in MyTSR. So this is a very high level summary of your entire portfolios. You have created these many portfolios, the current value, the investment value, the active investment value, what is the notional profit and loss, open trades, and so on and so forth. So we have divided this portfolio into 3 sections. One is the long positions, which is or the summary of long position is here portfolio wise. These are the short positions. These are the closed positions where you have already either made a profit or a loss. In some of the portfolios, we just have open trades, long trades. In this one, low beta stock, which we have created specifically for this demo purpose, is basically you have certain open positions and certain closed positions. Lucky in this case, there's some profit which we have made in the closed positions. Uh, in this portfolio, short and long mix, you have open long position, as well as you have an open short position. So this is how you can have a single view of all the positions, whether it's a long, short, or closed position, in one single view. Going into the details of the portfolio, the portfolio that we have selected is low beta stock portfolio. This is how you will see your open trades, the current price, the buy price, so on and so forth. A few interesting thing over here is basically your fund allocation, and the current value. So in this case, the fund allocation was 14.95 and the value is 13.75. That means it's not doing as good as some of the other stocks are doing. So in this case, the fund allocation is 23% and it has given 28%. So this means this stock is performing better. And there are quite a lot of other fields like target price, how much of target is achieved, and so on and so forth. You can do similarly. So this one is open trade. Similarly, you can go to short trade, trade by stocks, closed position, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of other options available for you in portfolio details. We have created few. So this is another way of looking at your portfolio. In this case, your we have selected with the I think we have selected with the sector. So how much of your portfolio is in which sector? So it gives you a bird's eye view that whether your portfolio is heavy on a particular sector, which means if it is heavy on a particular sector and the sector were to do good, you'll make excellent returns. But if the sector were not is not doing well as per your expectations and it's going down, then your entire portfolio will go down. So this will helps you in basically analyzing your portfolio, that how much amount you have invested in, what the current value is by index. By index means that whether it is heavy on blue chip or it's a non-index stocks, by sector, by industry. So this is how you can have a high level view of the current position of stocks in your portfolio. So they are the pictorial views. We won't go into details for this presentation. We'll create a separate video for portfolio which covers all their portions. So portfolio details, portfolio summary. Coming back to the plans, number of portfolios that you can create, maximum number of open stocks, maximum number of closed trades that you can have in the portfolio. Friends, in this section we'll cover features and plan wise quota for custom screener. So straight away we jump into the available quota for each plan. So if you see that the number of fine-grained details available for custom screener is quite a lot. So we are split into two different parts, part one and part two. What we also suggest is to fully understand the depth of custom screener. You go with the introduction to subscription package to understand each term in much better way. Of course, we are here to guide you through the process. So in order to make the process little simpler, first we'll go into one or two samples or screenshots on custom screener. So this is how the filters for typical filter for custom screener looks like. Here's where you can select the text. The text starts from 5 minutes to monthly tech. This is where you have stock baskets. Some of them are standard stock baskets, some of them which you can create either using watchlist or portfolio. We discussed this in previous slides. Uh, what auto refresh is once you set this to on during market hours, it refreshes every 5 minutes as soon as the data is available in the system. Then we have different tabs. Now the tabs, each tab has certain different set of functionalities. Some has price related information, some have technical, and some have financial data. So this is how you will use these tabs and the filters inside the tabs to create a great strategy. Then so for example, if you were to create a strategy, what we have done is we have selected market capitalization which is greater than 1000 crores, price trending for more than 3 days, volume trending for more than 3 periods, and close prices above 200-day SMA. Now the reason why we created this particular sample is if you have a strategy something like this which contains filters from price, from technicals, from fundamentals, then you will be able to create a complex strategy over here. When you run the screener, you'll have the results based on the strategy that you have chosen. You have an option of enabling and disabling a certain filter without deleting, without removing, just to try out different combinations. So what's a magic combination that works for you? So filters, you can choose it from various different categories. Then once you have selected a filter of your choice, you can run the screener. You can add an alert on top of it. You can set it on auto refresh. So this is how typically the screeners, the custom screener looks like in terms of filters. Let me show you how the results looks like. The results comes in this way. The stock comes on left hand side, right hand side is the columns that you have selected. In our case, we have selected 200 SMA, market capitalization, volume, and price trending days. There are certain standard fields which are always available to you, like stock name. Some of the fields here are basically viewing the charts along with the screener results, adding alert, adding to watch list, adding to portfolio is very convenient way of doing that. In the result section, you can export the data. Now going back to the features available for this plan. So number of screeners that you can, number of saved screeners. Obviously, you can save the screener once you create a complex strategy. You would like to, you won't want to create it again and again. So number of saved screeners is available here. Maximum number of filters that you can add. So if you see, the number of filters is pretty sufficient for most of the practical purpose, 15 filters, or in some case you can go up to 50 filters, which is an extremely high number. Stock classification, we have seen blue chip stock basket. So the stock classification is here. Auto refresh is available in all the plans, all the premium plans except EOD. In EOD, it doesn't make sense because there's no refresh during the in the system. So it gets refreshed only once in the day, in a day after the market hours. Supported ticks is here, as we have discussed in the previous sections also, that in EOD you have only daily, weekly, monthly, which is computed at end of the day. In value plan you have two additional ticks, and in rest of the other plans you have all the ticks available to you. Number of calls that you can make per day. So in case of TSR value, which is 200, and if you go to any of the other plans, there's 1000, uh, 1000 basically calls that you can make, which looks like a extremely high number. We haven't received any feedback where the number of calls got exhausted by any of our users. Maximum number of records, if you see, it is 5000. So 5000, total number of stocks in this universe is 2000. So the reason why I kept a limit of 5000 is basically you will get all the records. So there's no, let's say, if so in no case you'll have a scenario where you'll have less records than what is actually in based on the filters. The only exception is TSR value, where limit is 1000, which we also believe is extremely high. If you have right set of filters, uh, generally you should not be getting more than 30 to 50 records. If you get more than 30 to 50 records, it's just confusing rather than adding value. So of course, the choice is purely on the users of what they would like to select. Going into the second part of the plan, supported moving averages in uh, basically basic package, or in basic and basic TSR value and trader, you can select any moving average of SMA, simple moving average, or exponential moving average. In some of the other plans, you can choose weighted moving average as well, which is in EOD, as well as trader plus onwards. So that's one difference between the plans that we have seen. In the earlier ones, we have just seen that number of records or number of screeners that you can run, but this is one functional difference. The second difference is moving average crossover, which means that if you want to get to moving average crossover, let's say 50 crossing above 200-day moving average, so you'll be able to choose whether it has happened today or it has happened in the previous day. If it is 5 minute tick, it has happened in the latest tick or in the previous tick. In some plans, you get only latest ticks. In some plans, you get latest and previous. Technical crossover, I won't go into what this is, but let's say if you're looking for a MACD crossing above signal line, so you have an option of choosing it within last 5 ticks. So it could be latest tick, or it could be previous tick, or it could be in last 3 ticks, or if even if you want to go with the crossover up to last 5 ticks, then you can choose it. It's available in EOD plan and few other plans. So the next one is tech value range. What tech value range is, basically, if you are looking for MACD within 1% of zero, then you have that option in some of the plans. In some of the plans, you don't have that option. Trending technicals is basically if the technical is rising or falling continuously. Let's say you are looking for CCI rising for last 5 days, then that option is available in some of the plans, is not available in some of the other plans. Technical divergence, we have 10 type of divergence, 5 bullish and 5 bearish. So the most common divergence is bullish and bearish divergence, that is covered in trader plan, and all the divergence is covered in trader plus and trader pro plan. Now the next one is caustic filter. What it means is, let's say you are in one screener, you want certain filters of daily and certain filters of 1 hour. That level of capability is available in Trader Pro plan only. In rest of the plans, it's not available. So if your analysis or your strategy requires basically filters across ticks, then we suggest you to go for Trader Pro. So that's a very high level overview of custom screener. We strongly suggest you to go through the overview of MyTSR, where we have covered custom screener in a separate video. showing some of the high level features. And then in coming days, we are also planning to create a complete playlist on a, a custom screener demonstrating each and every feature one by one. So, but that is going to take some time. But we do, as we speak, we do have a custom screener video in MyTSR overview. So we suggest to go through that also. So friends, in this section, we'll cover the quota which is available to you in pre-screen report, and number of records that is available, number of calls that you can make. So let's have a quick overview of the quota. It's the view over here, or the table, is pretty consistent with the previous sections that we covered. Here is the list of the plans, and here's basically the type and the quota available. For example, the maximum number of calls per day that you can make in Trader EOD is 500, which we believe is pretty high. Maximum number of records is 5,000. When we say 5,000, it is far more than the universe, which means that number of stocks which is traded in the exchange is close to, is less than 2,000. And the reason why we kept the quota is that because you get all the records matching the criteria that you select. Auto refresh, stock classification, and supported tech we have covered. Supported tech is consistent across all the plans in MyTSR. Let's have a quick overview of how the filters looks like in pre-screen report in MyTSR. This is the section what you should be looking for. This is equivalent to of pre-screened in a public view. However, in this view, you'll have a lot more reports and a lot more features. Once you hover the mouse over the over screener, you'll find few different options. Some of the options are here. So let's say these are the standard screeners that you wish to look for. In You have common screeners which covers price volume, chart patterns which covers head and shoulder, trend line, and so on and so forth. The technicals. So we have selected technicals. In the technicals, the category available is technical strength over watt over sold, and so on and so forth. So the selected one over here is indicator. In the subcategory, that's where you choose the actual indicator. So Bollinger Band is pre-selected here. You may wish to choose for something like a super trend or a Ichimoku cloud, whatever analysis you are dependent on. In the screener, this is actual screener which will give you the results. So in this case, the pre-selected screener is narrowing Bollinger Band. This is also called Bollinger Band squeeze, and squeeze breakout and breakdown. So this is how you would typically go to a screener of your choice. Again, similar to custom screener, you have an option of tick, stock basket. You have an option of alerts, and once you make all these selections, we understand that it goes through 5 or 6 different clicks. Once you find your magic combination, you can simply add to alert, so that you don't have to go through these many steps again and again. Let's have a quick overview of the results. The results of pre-screen report is pretty similar to what you get in custom report. It's made that way for consistency purpose. Uh, the results snapshot is over here. You'll get export of data if you wish to export it outside the system for further analysis. You can search within the results. You can perform typical activities like viewing the chart, or adding to portfolio, alert, watch list. This is where you get the number of records. So without taking much time on this one, as we believe that if you wish to look for these functionalities in detail, you should be looking for MyTSR overview, a playlist which we have created. One separate playlist per major feature is there. So for custom screener, it's a different video. For pre-screened, it's a separate video. So in this section, we'll cover the features that are available in interactive charts plan-wise. So let's have a quick overview of the limits which are available in different set of plans. The first one being maximum save chart settings. That means, let's say you have done all your work on the charts, added a moving average, added a technical, and then you have made the candlestick, and so on and so forth, and you don't wish to perform same activity and again, so you can create your own template, which we called as a maximum save chart settings. So that's how the number of chart settings is available plan wise. Technical charts, all the plans have technical charts. Financial charts, again, in all the plans you have financial data you can plot. along with technicals or along with price. You can save the charts on your local server. So basically, once you have done all your settings, you wish to save the charts for your further analysis, or you may wish to share with your friends. So you can save the charts. You can also save the charts on server. What it means is, once you save the chart on servers, you can share that link with your friends or colleagues to show some of a good breakout or any other feature that you want to share with your friends. The supported ticks, again, this is consistent across all the plans. uh, uh, then the next one is showing the technical strength. So in the chart itself, we are continuously adding more and more features. Within charts, you can also get a lot of tabular information like technical strength, financial data, Fibonacci numbers, projections, as well as extensions, pivot point numbers, and we are trying to add a lot more functionalities within the chart. So in all the premium in the all the premium view, you'll have those functionalities available to you. So let's have a quick overview of how or basically a chat gallery, a few two or three different set of charts that we have created for you to showcase some of the functionalities. This one is basically a sample chart that we created for higher high, higher lows, or maybe ascending channel. So we've created, so all the typical points of the pattern is highlighted automatically if you were to go from pre-screen report. You can also draw a trend line. You can add other technicals, in this case MACD and RSI. So this is how you typically see the chart. This is the downloaded chart that we were referring to. So once you make all your settings, then you can download the chart or save it on server also. So in this chart, it's comparison of Titan with Nifty 50 to see how the returns are. You can add as many stocks as you wish to compare stock one with a base, and followed by you can add Nifty 50. You can add with other stocks of the same industry or different industry or different index. So on left hand side, you will see the returns starting from the period. So in this case, it is 1 year chart. So in 1 year, the return of return of Titan is close to 70%, whereas Nifty is close to 60% or 60%. So this is how you would typically compare. Another way to compare two stocks is basically tiling them tiling them next to each other side by side, wherein in this case the pre-selected fields are MACD, RSI, and the period is 1 year. You can also always change the settings from the setting sections that we learned a while back. Then this will give you a good high level overview of not only the returns, but also along with all the technicals that you wish to analyze on. Friends, in this section, we'll cover number of alerts and type of alerts which are available in different plans. So let's have a quick overview of the alerts. We have two broad categories of alerts. One is web-based alert and second is non-web-based alert. Web-based alert is an alert which you get it notified in your desktop or laptop. Non-web-based alert is which goes outside the system whether in form of an SMS, email, or messenger. Currently, we support two non-web-based alert. One is SMS and second is email. The quota is available over here. Number of and this quota is per year, which are available for your plan. As far as messenger alert is concerned, we are trying to get it on one of the social media platform, either Telegram, Signal, or WhatsApp, because SMS alert comes with certain limitations in form of support of multimedia or in form of number of characters. So it's less user friendly, I'll say, the SMS alerts compared to what email alert is. Also, one more thing to note over here is SMS alert is limited to Indian origin numbers only, which means that if you have an Indian number, then only you'll get an SMS alert. Otherwise, you will not. Uh, uh, we may change that in coming days, but that's how the current setup is. uh, Number of alerts or the quota for web is over here. So it's pretty detailed here. The information, uh, I'll let you spend some time on it. If you have any question, we'll be more than happy to help and support for this one. But without going into each of the section, that will become very boring and monotonous. We believe the content or the text mentioned over here is quite intuitive, which will give you a quick overview of the quota per category. The next is a typical way of adding alerts. You can add a strategic alerts either from here, from screener alert. So in this case, or from if you wish to add it on a stock, then you can add it from here as well. So this is typically a pre-screen report alert pop-up wherein you have selected top gainer with volume for end of the day tick. So you can select the stock basket, which by default is the same as what you have selected for the screener. You have an option of alert time. You want market hours or end of the day. If it is market hour, you can select at the different ticks. You can also go for a specific time. Let's say you are a field guy and you are available only for first half an hour or 1 hour during the market hours. Then you can set it as a specific time. Let's say you can set it as at 9:30 a.m. If the alert is there at 9:30, or if the stock fulfills those criteria, then it's important to you. Otherwise, it's not so important. So you can set it at hours. You check this box, and then you can set it at 9:30 9 in hours and 30 in minutes. So you'll get alert only at that specific time. You can set it at once or repeat till disabled or deleted. You can set it as a web, email, or SMS alert. Another option here is a plain simple alert on stock. So here we have selected NMDC. The price is over this much. You can select a moving average. It has crossed above 50 moving average. You can set as a relative strength or technical. So it is above 70. If these three conditions fulfills, then you get an alert. It's an EOD alert, what we have selected. It's triggered only once, because for stock it doesn't make sense. The same conditions may not reoccur at again, it's a choice. You can set it as a once or repeated. You can again set as a web, email, or an SMS alert. This is how you would typically manage alerts. So basically, all your alerts would be listed from category wise. Your alert would be listed down here. You have an option of deleting. You have an option of changing certain parameters, and over here you have you will see all your triggered EOD alerts. Over in this tab, you'll see all your triggered intraday alerts. This is how you would typically add a stock alert using this tab. And here's a quick documentation of how to add strategic alerts using custom screener or pre-screen report. So that's a quick overview of the alert functionality and the quota available for you plan wise. This is the final section on this video about the feature overview along with the quota. So let's quickly have an overlook of what's available to you plan wise. You can add favorites. You can add equity page customization, personal dashboard. What personal dashboard is? Basically your home page. This is how you would want to organize the stuff on equity. This is available to you for in all the plans. Maximum number of favorite is available starting with 200, which we believe is pretty good number. And we haven't got anybody who's saying that the number is not sufficient. So this is how you typically organize your stuff across various different tabs. So we have quite a lot of fields, and not every field is important to you, and you would like to have it organized, or you would like to have it available to you very close to each other, so that once you open a page, then you get all the information of your choice. So for example, in this case, we have selected in one tab, we have selected general information in high lows and pivot. So this gives me a quick overview of about the price actions, the high lows and pivots, helps me to trade. Another tab that I have created is technical tab, where I've added technical indicator and exponential moving average. You can create as many tabs as you like. You can organize the fields the way you like. How to get this window is basically when you click on this gear or settings icon, this window opens up for you. You do the settings. You can preview it. You can add the tab here. Once you are happy with the settings, you can save it, so that it becomes the standard template for you for equity analysis across all equities. Another view over here is at a much granular details. Let's say we have 1 week, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year high lows available to you. Let's say you want a different period. Let's say you want a 21-day period, or you want a 5 weeks, or maybe 7 months, or whatever you wish to add. So you can add a custom uh, high lows. You can add a custom technical indicator. For example, the standard for Bollinger Band is 20 and 2, but if you feel that 30 and 3 is the right combination for you, so you can always change the settings to the one which suits your requirements. Similarly, you can add a lot more customization on moving averages and other stuff. We want in this video will not go into greater details, just to give you an idea about how you can customize at a fine grained level. Also, what you can do is you can customize the fields of your choice. So in this case, we have quite a lot of fundamental fields, key fundamental fields. uh, Not every field is important to you. So let's say the fields which were important to me over here was market cap, EBITDA, and so on. So I can select it. I can organize it in the order I like. Once you have done your settings, then save it this and save the changes permanently. Once you save the changes permanently, then this becomes a standard template for you across all equity analysis. So that's a pretty high level overview of the plans that we have in MyTSR. We strongly suggest you to go through MyTSR overview. This is more in terms of the quota available, the plans available in the system. In MyTSR overview, you will get details about all the features, all the features available in MyTSR. So the combination of this video along with the other video will give you much better understanding of the system features as well as plan, and that will definitely help you to select the right plan, or even upgrade the plan to the one which suits your requirements in the best possible way. In this section, we have covered all the plans which are available in MyTSR, what features are available per plan, or what kind of quota, how many screeners can you run per plan, and also some of the technical details that we covered in the plan. In subsequent section, we'll have a video which tells exclusively about how to buy the plan, where to look for the status, and where and how to upgrade the plan if you wish to. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you soon in the subsequent videos. Till then, bye bye and have a very good day. Thank you.